Just me blowing into a harmonica. Welcome to Gucci Turban. It's me, Nimesh. That's Mr. Turban himself. We're here at a new location as we violated several codes at our previous location, and we're promptly removed from our amazing studio location.
New York City Department of Housing. They don't play.
And Department of Health. There were dogs and all sorts of shit everywhere.
Squirrels.
Mm-hmm. We were running the Wuhan lab in our studio. They came a knocking because we talked that shit about Eric Adams not too long ago. He's still calling the shots. And now here we are in this new location, undisclosed. The harmonica is still packed up somewhere.
And so is the dad jokes. Were the dad jokes?
Dad jokes are packed up, which reminds me, let's go on Reddit and find some dad jokes.
You did that to yourself.
Yeah.
No, well, I have to do the dad jokes now because all the negative comments from the last one.
Asif has no heart.
Yeah, this guy doesn't have a soul, man. I'm smiling. Not you like some.
But it's a smile of someone who doesn't want to hear it. It's just.
Is it?
It's like
I don't mind it anymore.
It's a torturous smile. All right. Today, my cards, that we usually use to read dad jokes, are packed up in some box from when we were removed from our place. So instead, I'm going to go on Reddit. Are dad jokes. These are not jokes that I wrote, but very funny jokes nonetheless, I imagine. Well, let's see.
You got to shout out the user.
Of course.
User 3192.
Cockgobbler 317. It's always some weird, like they always have some oddly sexual one that I like the Bill Gates AMAs because he's like, thanks, Elf Slut 7 for your question.
Okay, this is sad, but it's so stupid. This is from user Soft Kitten. Sunglass emoji. I met a girl on Tinder whose bio had the quote, "If I was meant to be controlled, I would have come with a remote." Joke's on her, I've been turning off women for years without a remote. It's not really a dad joke, man.
It's a bad joke.
It's just a bad joke.
Yeah, it's just fucking Christ, man.
I did write a dad joke.
Let's
but
hear
I
it.
don't know if it's very good.
Let's hear it.
This is actually an original. This is original.
Okay.
Okay. You guys see that horror movie about Nepo babies? It was an air-raising experience. See? You see how that is? You see how it is when it goes the other way?
Did you come up with that after last week's episode? Because he had like a similar one.
That was pretty good, though. I enjoyed it.
From like the book.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
The problem,
Maybe.
the problem is that you just delivered it like a cold line read. You gotta have some fucking suspense and tension.
I didn't like myself inside of it when I did it. I didn't believe it.
You gotta really like the joke, man.
I was just high reading comments, and I was like, wow, these people really hate that I don't like these dad jokes. And I was like, you know what? I'll get my revenge. That's when I came up with
But
that.
you didn't like that one.
I don't know.
You know,
Maybe I am dead inside, guys.
Someone wrote a comment on one of my TikTok videos where I was like laughing at something that I said, and the comment was, "First rule of comedy: don't laugh at your own joke." It's like literally the first step of comedy is laugh at your own joke. Otherwise, why would you tell it? You know, if it doesn't make you laugh, then what are you doing? Fucking clowns, bro. All right, well, this is another one. Here we go. This is like a deep cut. You have to have some literary knowledge to understand it.
Okay.
This is from user Catanor. Why didn't Captain Nemo ever receive presents from Santa? Because he was always on the Nautilus. That's pretty good.
This is a 10,000 Leagues Under the Sea reference.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
It's pretty good, dude. I mean, that's like something you would bring up at one of your Dungeons and Dragon parties. You know, same group of people. All right, last one. No, it's too long. All right, can I just say something as a professional comedian? Like, this is too long of a joke.
You're gonna still read it.
I'm gonna read it. This is from Lavender Blue Prof. There are more hydrogen atoms in a single molecule of water than there are more hydrogen atoms in the single molecule of water than there are stars in our entire solar system.
Where's the joke?
Is that true?
There are more hydrogen atoms in a single molecule of water than there are stars in our entire solar system. Oh. I didn't get it because my brain was a little slow. To those, thank you, Agent Uglina, who explains it. To those that don't understand it, there's only one star in our solar system, that is the sun, and there are 2 atoms of hydrogen in a molecule of water.
Wait, there's only one star? It's just the sun, but what about the little stars? What about Betelgeuse? Right? What about those stars you see at the planetarium?
See, this is incorrect because of what you said. The joke was incorrectly written because it should have said there are more hydrogen atoms in a single molecule of water than there are stars at the center of our solar system.
Yes.
Well, that's like the Simpsons doctor. What's his name?
Dr. Hibbert?
No. The fucking
Dr. Nick?
the PhD guy, the scientist.
Oh, yeah. The nerdy scientist?
Yeah, he would correct this joke.
No, Neil deGrasse Tyson will furiously call you now.
Yeah.
But call this user.
Lavender Blue Prof. Stick to physics, bro.
Or not even. You're not very good at physics.
Yeah.
If that's because I, as a layperson, was like, come on.
This is. I'm so mad at this. I'm so mad I read this. Man, I need to go back to those cards. Man.
Yeah.
You gotta find them.
These are sad. This is the last one from, and I apologize to all the listeners and viewers that these have been subpar. Clearly, not everyone should be writing dad jokes. User Zhao, I read it. I read that cows kill more people than sharks. I didn't know cows kill sharks. I fucking hate this grammar shit, dude.
I missed the book.
I mean, yeah, the
Yeah, I'm
card.
sure all of you viewers do too.
Yeah, all right. You know what? Reddit.
Vindication.
Reddit. Well, no, it's not vindication. It's just that we made a lateral move to. I mean, we made a
User-generated jokes.
Yeah, it's fucking trash. ChatGPT probably writes some better dad jokes. Anyway, sorry for the lame start here with the dad jokes. Although the air-raising experience to hear from Asif was pretty strong. I gotta tell you.
Was it? It didn't get illicit.
Yeah, I
because
mean, but it's because it was the poor delivery.
Yeah.
You know. Did you watch the horror movie about the Nepo baby? It was an air-raising experience. See, it's better.
It got Sarthak. It was better. So you're a professional comedian.
You didn't even try.
And I'm just... Yeah.
You didn't even give a fuck. You read it like...
If I was a comic in real, I would, and I didn't like the joke, I would bail on my jokes on stage all the time. I'd be like,
Yeah, you would.
nah.
You would Larry David the whole thing. Although Larry David had like infinite confidence. Larry
Did he as a
David had
comic?
infinite confidence. He would, if he didn't like the audience, he would just walk. Like, fuck you guys. Just fucking get on stage. He said one joke. He said, the closest I ever came to death was when I masturbated with 103-degree fever. Classic, dude. That's so funny. Anyway, what are we talking about right now? Let's do like 6 minutes of politics because it's all trash right now.
Well, I don't really,
Top
the
of the
big thing
year.
was the Trump conviction.
Uh-huh.
I don't really understand.
The Trump conviction was upheld, but the judge was like, wink, wink, I'm not really going to send you to jail.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, so then what's the point?
Who knows? He's expected to appeal his conviction. Like, bro, you're a criminal. Just own it. You know?
Yeah, it's weird because it's so sad, you know?
What, that's our...
Yeah, that's our president, and so many people just don't care about that kind of stuff.
Uh-huh.
Like that we have just like this like weird felon as our president,
Uh-huh.
and people just really don't give a shit.
Yeah, no, I mean, it goes to show the like anyone can be president if you want to look at it optimistically. You know, like view it that way. It doesn't matter if you have a criminal conviction. If people like you as a criminal, then you can be president.
But it depends on the types of crimes, I guess.
Yeah, 100% depends. Yeah, I mean, 1,000%.
You know, if you're out there like, you
stabbing.
know,
Can't be out there stabbing people.
or you're out there essaying people like Trump was, like like preying on women.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like is R. Kelly gonna be president now? Like what?
He was a president of his
Oh my God.
of his little community that he had started.
Like I have a lot of friends that work in the government and like low level, like not elected positions, obviously, but just like, you know, they work in different departments in DC.
Uh-huh.
And the thing about the government is like, and this is me being honest, not doing a bit, like there's a lot of responsibility that comes along with those jobs because a lot of people rely on you getting your stuff together and doing it right.
Right.
Especially if you work for like housing and urban development, like infrastructure jobs, like all these different agencies that do so much for people where it's like there's just a massive responsibility in all these politicians and they don't really give a shit about any of it. And that's why, like, I understand people like don't care about decorum and stuff anymore, which is whatever. But like, you know, you put a felon in the office and you need someone responsible.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Is that as a nihilist, think about it, what it means for the next like 3 generations. Like who's gonna be congressperson when our kids are our age?
I think it's gonna be like
some fucking lunatic.
I mean, I worry
some
for
Twitch stream, some Twitch
my
streamer.
2 sons named Muhammad and Muhammad naturally. I don't know what world they're gonna come in into because it's gonna be like AOC types, I think, on the left, like mostly women, and then it's gonna be like Logan Paul's on the right in Congress.
Logan Paul's gonna run for president.
Logan Paul could very well be the president of the United States soon.
That's a dark, dark future.
I mean, Trump is already.
Yeah.
What's that? He's not. Logan Paul's got less charges on him.
Uh-huh.
Well, what did Logan Paul really do? He went to a Japanese forest and then he scammed a bunch of kids with energy drinks. And then he
Still
does a bunch of
scamming
crypto rug pulls
Uh-huh.
on people.
Yeah, sure.
He got crypto rug pulled.
You got crypto rug pulled?
I did not.
I mean, the Hawk Tuah girl?
Yeah.
Nah, just Dogecoin. I'm still holding. I believe in Elon.
Dogecoin forever, dude.
To the moon.
If Dogecoin goes to
$1.
I need it to go like 1,000.
Yeah.
Go to
Well,
1,000.
Elon didn't create Dogecoin, right? He
No,
just it's part of one of his meme things.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, Logan Paul, I think, is a more qualified presidential candidate than
I
Donald
don't know,
Trump.
man. It's just the man's.
I'm not saying I support any of this. I'm just telling you where it's all going.
Logan Paul will be president of the United States. You heard it here. Probably other people probably said this, but we're saying it for the first time in 2025. Logan Paul will be president of the United States.
Yeah,
before a woman. I bet that's never been said.
Maybe take that bet on some app,
Uh-huh.
even though you're against betting.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm against the proliferation of sports betting. I'm not against betting.
Prop betting on the future of America. I think we should. I don't know.
I just think gambling is too pervasive. There's too many people losing too much stuff, and we don't know about it. It's the next crisis.
I mean, it's probably already happening now. We
Yeah,
just don't know about it.
Yeah. Anytime you hear of like a suspicious murder, that's like DraftKings taking out somebody. Although those apps like you can't gamble. I guess you can. I remember I heard the story of this Indian guy in Jersey who like lost his house. He mortgaged everything to keep gambling on those apps, and lost everything, and then went to jail. I forget for embezzlement or something. Like he stole from his family's business.
Nice.
$400,000. Imagine. Anyway, if you have a gambling problem, call somebody who cares. I don't give a shit.
I recently watched a video by Hank Green, the guy who wrote Fault in Our Stars. He has like a big YouTube presence. He's written a bunch of books and whatnot, author. But he made a video about what's worse for you, or what society seems as worse for you, weed or gambling? What's more addictive? And what's
Gambling.
Gambling's more addictive.
What does weed do? Increase the price of Doritos?
I mean, it's putting a lot of people in jail.
I mean, it has in the past, yeah.
But what's worse for you mentally is probably gambling.
100% gambling.
But then there's also cases of people literally losing their mind, having psychosis, and
You got the
I feel like the data would probably show that weed-induced psychosis is much less than people losing their money from
it's
gambling.
also
but
probably
that mind losing their mind because of gambling.
Yeah, but okay, let's go back. What do you define as worse for you? Weed definitely has more physical implications and causes more physical symptoms
if you smoke it.
if you smoke it or take a lot of it or smoke or vape or whatever. But gambling is definitely worse for you from a societal perspective. If you like lose everything, lose all your money, you know.
Yeah, and then there's debt. You know, I've never heard of anybody going to debt for their weed
Addiction.
Their weed debt. That's a
And
sad.
also like
That's a rough.
also like weed-induced psychosis is probably secondary to some other underlying issue. Like you have
some
to
other stuff's going on.
Yeah, you have to smoke a lot. You have to have a lot of weed in your life to go crazy from it, or you smoke like K2 or something by accident, or smoke some other shit.
I also think when the anti-weed people, because it's come bubbling up more, weed addiction, I think there's just underlying issues with like procrastination that people have that, you know, everybody self-medicates with weed, but they start to blame the weed when it's really like their own habits and personality.
Right.
You know, it's not like you're doing heroin where you can't work. Like you literally are out.
Right.
You know, it's not a drug like that. So I don't know.
How did we get here?
Gambling.
Oh, betting on Logan Paul.
Betting on Logan Paul being the president before a woman.
What's the over under?
What
How old
odds?
is-
I don't even know how.
20 years.
20 years.
Yeah, 'cause Logan Paul's still young.
He's like there.
They got
he's
they got a
almost
lot of
30.
fights to book. You know, they're gonna fight McGregor.
Yeah, you
next.
got to have like at least $200 million to run for president. You know.
Oh, I think he's got that now. He's got to
think
have. Jake Paul's got to have that. Jake Paul makes like $50 million a fight.
His
right?
brother.
I mean, they're all a package deal because it's their promotion.
They
their
hate each other.
crypto. They
do.
do.
Oh, that's
They
what
came
it's-
out together at the Mike Tyson fight.
All right.
Yeah, but there's always this like story of like how Logan is just jealous of how successful Jake is compared to him, and there's just an internal beef that people keep pointing out that they see he's not happy when Jake's winning. In the background, you'll just see him.
Okay, let's. Who cares about those two clowns?
I care, man. That's a future president of the United States of America.
Future president and Secretary of Defense, the Paul brothers.
Yeah, the future MAGAs. What are they going to call it? God knows.
The future Kennedys.
Yeah, that's the future of America, guys. That's what you want.
It's so crazy to think that the Pauls are going to be old money in like 30 years.
Yeah, and then we got to deal with the reality shows with their kids.
Right.
Even John Gotti's kids had a reality show.
Short-lived, but yeah. Anyway,
Real good stuff, guys.
what else is happening? In
Good
the
job,
world?
America.
What else is happening in the world of politics?
Nothing. Syria got free. I wanted to shout out Syria.
Oh yeah! Shout out to Syria for
Assad, you bozo.
kicking out Assad after the Assad regime after so many years?
Yeah, who hundreds of thousands of people,
Probably millions using chemical weapons
Yep.
and all that.
all types of crazy shit. Well, they didn't kill him. He's in Russia,
Mm-hmm.
but he's gone. So shout to Syria. We did it, guys.
Yeah.
You did it. I did nothing. I just read about it the other day.
Thank you, Roadway Moving, for helping me move from Brooklyn to Brooklyn. Immaculate service, above and beyond. These guys came through early, wrapped everything up early, moved everything in early, didn't break a single thing. I have over 30 houseplants. These are some of the buttes I've got. Made a second trip for them that they did not have to do. Took care of everything. Shout out Roadway Moving. I've used other movers before. Roadway did an excellent job. Use code NIMESH10, capital N, NIMESH10. 10% off your local move, 5% off your long distance move. They are the shit. On time. Wrapped everything up super fast. No complaints. Roadway Moving. Use them, please. Joe Biden's still president right now. You know that?
Is he?
Yeah, he's still doing things.
I thought after he gave his son a pardon, that was it.
No, he's got a few other duties left, giving out the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Which do you get money for that?
No. Do you?
You just go to the White House?
I think you just get a photo op. It's a high honor.
Uh-huh.
Because Magic Johnson doesn't need money.
Right.
None of those guys on that list that we just saw need any kind of money.
Nation's highest honor awarded to individuals.
Michael Bloomberg, come on.
Exemplary contributions to prosperity, values, or security of the United States, world peace, or other significant societal, public, or private endeavors. Michael Bloomberg. Bloomberg got a presidential medal.
I think he got a medal because
That's 2024. What's the next year? What's this year's?
These are the people from
This
this
is
year.
this year.
Bono.
Jose Andres, the chef?
Yeah, well, because he's a World Central Kitchen guy. He deserves it.
Okay. Bono, okay. I don't never really fuck with U2's music. So, but I guess Sphere, checking them out at Sphere must be pretty freedom-y.
I think U2 sucks.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care for them. Ashton Baldwin Carter.
I don't know who that is.
Who the fuck is Ashton
Is
Baldwin?
that Jimmy Carter's nephew? R.I.P. Jimmy Carter, too. He died.
Oh, yeah. R.I.P. Jimmy Carter.
R.I.P. Jimmy Carter. Sorry for maligning your
He's been dead for a
nephew.
long time. He's been dead for a long time.
Nah, they had that photo of him. He was like 90, had a stroke, and he
You
showed up
know-
at Habitat. He was going to build those fucking houses.
That was no, but he had that. There was a photo of him in the wheelchair. They really went ham with exposing what he looked like in his last days, which they shouldn't have done. To anyone that's watching, 10 to 50 years from now, when I'm long gone and falling apart, don't show
15 years is what you're giving yourself? That's it?
10 to 50.
10 to, oh, okay,
That's my
50.
range. Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, but 10 years and you're in the Carter shape where I'm just rolling you around and you're like,
I've got a lot of drugs to do. All right, so who's Ashton?
Ash Carter.
United States Secretary of what?
Oh, he's dead.
Yeah.
This is a posthumous one.
Yeah, but
Secretary of Defense.
Oh, okay. Under who? Obama?
Yeah.
Obama.
Oh, okay. Oh, he's the guy who ordered the drone strikes?
He's a drone strike guy?
I mean, I don't know.
It
He's
is
Secretary
I don't know.
of
He's dead,
Defense.
so I don't want to malign a guy just in case, even though he's a...
He
I have
ended the
no
ban
idea.
of transgender officers in the military. Okay. Oh, he's like a physicist, technology, national security, and management. Sick, dude.
Yeah, so he's the guy that made all these army guys angry, which we'll get to.
Mm-hmm. We'll get to it. Nice transition. Nice transition. But first, speaking of trans, who else got the Medal of Freedom? Hillary Clinton.
Why would Hillary Clinton... They don't need to give her... There's a consolation
Yeah,
prize
here you go. You're not president.
for her sadness.
Michael J. Fox. Shout out MJ Fox for all his work on Going Back to the Future, Time Machines. Tim Gill. What is Tim Gill? Computer software programmer. What did he invent? First openly gay people to be on the Forbes 400 richest people list. What did he?
So he's the first rich gay guy?
What did he found though?
Organization founded Quark.
What computer science? What if he invented like the paperclip in Word?
Clippy?
Yeah. What did he do? What's Quark?
I have no idea.
Awards, honors.
No, but what did he found? How did he make his fortune?
It says it's the founder of pioneering layout software company Quark.
Quark, yeah.
And this 50%.
He's just a guy that got super rich off the first AI boom.
Oh, and then he used all that money to support LGBTQ stuff. Okay.
Some publishing software that's gone. Some old tech. All right.
Mhm.
Well, he used his money for good purpose.
Jane Goodall, Monkeys.
I feel like she should have gotten the 80s, bro. I've been hearing about this
Yeah.
lady for like 40 years.
Yeah. The Monkeys finally came together.
Yeah.
They rallied for her.
She was on subway takes before she got this.
Uh-huh.
I guess the Presidential Medal of Freedom Office wasn't impressed when they did sign language.
Yeah.
They just waited until
Uh-huh.
2025.
Fannie Lou Hamer.
Also dead.
Baby's not too happy with Jane Goodall getting a Presidential Medal of Freedom.
Irvin Magic Johnson. I feel like that's
He got
also
it.
late.
He got it because he beat AIDS.
But I feel like Obama should, because he beat AIDS, what, 10 years ago?
20 years ago, dude.
20?
Yeah, definitely 20.
93?
Yeah,
24?
let it be a lesson. Money
30
will
years.
cure everything.
Mm-hmm.
Money cures all.
I'm surprised they gave RFK Sr. a Presidential Medal of Freedom, given what his baby boy's been doing. But, I mean...
I thought they would have given him posthumously
A
earlier,
long
too,
time
because he
ago,
got
yeah.
assassinated. Yeah. Ralph
Ralph-
Lauren, too, is another one. I thought that would have been in the 90s. These are like late 90s ones that they just kind of slid into.
Yeah,
this.
they were just like, we don't have a lot of time.
It's probably the list that Joe had when he could remember stuff.
Oh,
Who else? Who's that basketball guy?
who's that black guy? He beat AIDS.
He's on the Lakers.
was
LeBron?
ma-
No.
It was magical. Magic Johnson? No.
Yeah, Magic Johnson.
Ralph Lauren. Lionel Messi.
Yeah, he's not
Messi?
even. You were saying he's not even American. I don't even
He's
know
like
what.
40 years old.
Is Messi American? Did he
No.
get
No.
naturalized?
There's no way he got naturalized that quick.
Bill Nye.
Yeah.
Shout out Bill Nye.
Oh, another late one
George Romney. Look at George Romney.
is Mitt Romney's dad.
Is he?
I think so.
Doing what?
Whatever they did to make the money to make the nepo babies.
Well, Romney was Bain Capital, right?
Yeah, he came
It
from
looks
money.
exactly like freaking.
Oh yeah, that's definitely Mitt Romney's dad. I didn't even.
Yeah.
I just knew.
Well, was the last name a hint? Is it Mitt Romney's dad? I can't see shit on this screen. Yeah.
Yeah, the Romney family. They're all nepo babies, man. This whole like
So
myth.
what was his? What did he do? He was governor. Oh, he was governor of Michigan. Okay. And Secretary of Housing and Urban Development. So he's the one keeping people out of houses. He was in office in '69 and '73. So what's that? Nixon or Carter?
It says Nixon.
Nixon.
Yeah. Okay. So he's definitely participated in keeping a lot of people out of homes.
Yeah, and he was around when Detroit was falling off. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably another political one they just had to give, but
Yeah.
it's so like it's just like everybody thinks Romney because of Bain Capital, because Bain Capital made a ton of money, but they're all nepo babies,
Right.
man.
Rubenstein. David Rubenstein? KKR? Is KKR?
I don't know.
The private equity head of private. It's a Carlyle Group, I think. Look it up. I'm pretty sure it's Carlyle Group, but it might be David Rubenstein of KKR. I'm not sure which one.
David W. or is it M? Yeah, that's him. I think.
Carlyle, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just give a PE guy a fucking $1 trillion. Sure. Why not?
Well, they got George Soros next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is the conspiracy, the Democrats and Biden and Soros
are running the
are
world,
running the world.
and yet they're not.
And
in power.
therefore, we have to let Donald Trump and Elon Musk and Robert F. Kennedy.
Let's pause real quick. Let's shout out Denzel Washington, also getting a Presidential Medal of Freedom, and Anna Wintour.
I don't care about Anna Wintour and
No,
the
I
Met
mean,
Gala's.
I've seen her on the
But
streets.
Denzel got it in the time that he should have gotten it, right? In his life. Whereas like Jane Goodall and on Michael J. Fox, man, he waited. Back to the Future was a long time ago.
But he's been doing a lot for Parkinson's, solely.
But what did Denzel just get it for? Just being the best actor ever?
I'm sure he's done a lot more than.
Or Biden saw Gladiator 2 and he was like, oh, yeah.
Got baptized a couple weeks ago.
He did?
Yeah.
Denzel?
Yeah.
Who was George Stevens?
George Stevens Jr.
It was a weird list of people.
To give Rubenstein and Soros the Presidential Medal of Freedom is like, yeah, here, destroy America. We'll give you all this money.
American
give you his
writer,
honor.
playwright, director, producer.
Okay. See, now that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The guy who contributes to the culture. Denzel contributes to the culture. Anna Wintour, hater or lover, culture. Bill Nye, Messi, culture. Ralph Lauren, culture.
Is it a culture award, though, or is it also like science?
Yeah, I mean, it's for people who have contributed to culture and society in other ways. Lionel Messi bringing soccer here. Hopefully soccer pops off because of it. Football, sorry, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Football.
I had soccer. And
It won't.
it won't.
It hasn't. But I think it will, actually. I think it will.
It'll take time, but it will.
think it will.
It's already bigger than what it was like a decade ago.
I don't think it will because
I don't know why
of
Messi gets the Medal of Freedom for that, though.
football. This
It's
is
a
all
weird. That's a weird one. That way, like we need a Latin guy. Let's go. Let's go. The most Latin person there is. I'm surprised Bad Bunny's not on this list.
Yeah, he's at least American.
Yeah.
controversial because Puerto Ricans aren't getting. So Puerto Rico was also without power, which is
On
effed
New
up.
Year's
On New
Eve.
Year's Eve.
On New Year's Eve,
Wild.
and they get treated like shit.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's not great.
No.
But
Lo
also,
siento,
before the
Puerto
comments go
Rico.
crazy, I don't believe in a Soros conspiracy. It's just a joke, just being facetious.
Facetious means not real.
Yeah, for the people that believe in Soros conspiracies, facetious means that I'm lying. Okay. And yes, that's all I got to say on that.
I believe in the Soros conspiracy. Soros, Rubenstein, Biden, Romney.
That's all over. That's politically all over the map.
Half the people on that list are conspiring to do some wild shit. Speaking of wild conspiracies, Las Vegas cyber attack
Oh yeah, speaking of angry army guys,
and New Orleans truck attack linked because they're on the same base. The people on the same base. Both
two guys
terrorists.
from the same base doing terrorist things.
One super white guy.
Green beret.
What?
Yeah.
What a look for Turo though, because my first question was, you can rent it. Who blows up their own Cybertruck?
Both of them use Turo.
Yeah.
The link was Fort Bragg and Turo.
Damn. Oh, hold on, let me go see what's happening real quick.
Go for it.
Gucci Turban, we are happy to announce we have our first sponsor. It is Gorilla Elixir Delta 9 drink for the person that wants to drink but also feel a little buzz from the other stuff. You want to feel goofy and fun.
You want to do shots with your friends.
And this is it. I've had it. It works. It's a little fruity looking.
It's pink.
It's pink. Shout out to Pink Drinks. It's available in strawberry, watermelon, lemonade in, where is it? Available in New Jersey liquor stores, coming soon to Florida retail and many other states, and also online at GorillaLifestyle.com for nationwide shipping. It's fast onset, unlike traditional gummies. I had it on the rocks, but I can imagine it being very good with some club soda. Check it out. GorillaLifestyle.com. Elixir. Thank you for supporting us. Happy to support you guys. All right, we're back in it.
Yes,
Turo and Fort
Bragg.
Bragg. The link between these two terrorists, one that a bunch of people in New Orleans and one that himself in front of the Trump Hotel in Vegas using fireworks. But also, apparently, he
had a fuel tank in his car.
This guy's a Green Beret, and that the best he could think of is fireworks. You're in Vegas, bro. You could get anything. You know?
An M80 is pretty. It'll blow stuff up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I feel like
it looked like, but I didn't like how Elon bragged about, like, good thing if you didn't use a Cybertruck, it would have been a lot worse. But the Cybertruck, it maintains its integrity, structural integrity. That's
because it's a big, ugly hunk of metal.
Also, it was just fireworks.
Unsafe, yeah.
It wasn't an actual
explosive,
like actual explosive stuff.
That's not. It's also a weird commercial for a Cybertruck. It's unsafe to drive, but it's safe to blow yourself up in.
Mm-hmm. If you're, yeah. What does it say about? I mean, the VA and military has always been a huge issue for a lot of people, and how veterans are treated. What's going on with veterans and PTSD? The Vegas guy left a note basically saying, "I have PTSD."
Yeah.
And also, I think the 1% have run America into the ground. Therefore, I think other 1%ers will do a much better job making it glorious again. And then the New Orleans guy somehow got radicalized by ISIS.
Yeah, but the New Orleans guy was definitely had an axe to grind against alimony and his two wives that he hated.
That was New Orleans guy.
The New Orleans guy
was the Vegas guy was also a divorcee.
He was a divorcee, but his whole thing was like a moral thing that he did. His reason for blowing himself up was what you mentioned, like he feels disillusioned, he has PTSD, and he wanted to send a political message, which is weird to blow yourself up in front of a Trump hotel in a Cybertruck, but then say that Trump and Elon are going to save America somehow.
A real man would have immolated himself in front of
like a Buddhist monk.
Right. Or like the Indian guy that did it a few years ago. Or
well, there was another army guy that did that for Palestine.
Yeah. Another guy did it for Palestine. Here's the sad part is we don't remember any of their names.
Yeah, I don't know this guy's name.
I refuse to learn.
Yeah.
Why would I want to know your name, bro?
But yeah, I don't know. It's sad. I think with the Cybertruck guy, there's clearly like a crisis of leadership, and especially we've been pumping so much money into the military for our whole lives, and they just kind of fight this weird forever war.
Yeah, but that's how we pump money into it. It's like that's a value extraction machine for people that work in the military industrial complex, where it's like you keep the wars going so you could keep extracting money, and then you pump these soldiers into it, fill them full of lies about why they're going to war, achieve nothing, no one feels any safer, you get richer, and then this continues.
Yeah, and then people in those red states keep voting for big military budgets because so many of their kids have to join the army to get education, and so it's like it feeds itself. It's a machine that feeds itself.
And behind all this is George Soros, everybody.
Apparently. It's Soros, even though all of this is like out in the open stuff. Like you and I don't have any real private information. This is all out in the open stuff.
Right.
And also this guy just blew himself up and
saying it.
And a lot of guys, military guys who have podcasts, say the same stuff. Even the Trump guys, they're like, they feel weird about their participation in the military.
What is the efficacy of anyone doing anything in terms of like
what is the point of living life, guys?
Like these you're saying these podcasters, these military people, everyone says these are the problems. Like the military doesn't take care of its own people. Like people in the military say that.
Yeah.
Nothing. This hasn't changed in the slightest.
No, I won't.
That's what I mean. Like, what is the point of any of this?
Well, I mean, there's no point in senselessly taking your own life because it never sends the message.
Fair.
Right?
It dilutes anything you say. Like, you can't take this guy seriously. He blew himself up. That's like a catch-22 kind of thing. You know? Like, the guy went crazy saying something. If he did something crazy like himself, then everything else he's done is crazy. Therefore, if he says something very sane, you still got to view it as
crazy. But it's like last pod we were talking about that Facebook engineer who like unalived himself because of the H-1B situation he was in.
Was he Facebook?
Yeah, it was Facebook 2019, and then flash forward to now, and the tech bros, the tech Zuckerberg himself is like, giving money to Trump to expand the H-1B program. So this poor guy unalived himself, didn't send a message to anybody. And then a lot of employees were on calling that stuff out, right? Like that this practice was bad. And it just accelerated it, actually. Like now we're in this crazy timeline where the tech bros are running the government.
Tim Cook just gave $1 million to the Trump inauguration.
Did he? Mm-hmm. See? So what it is, guys. Anyway, these kind of very desperate acts are like single lone wolf acts. They don't really amount to much, and ultimately they're super selfish because he did hurt 7 people. He'd hurt a bunch of people.
New Orleans got 10 people.
Yeah, I mean that guy was just hates alimony. He made a video before this in 2020 where he wanted to have a celebration with his family and his intent was to kill them. So he's been off this bad divorces. He had a couple petty theft crimes, and then
4 years.
Yeah, and then he had a bunch of petty. He had a DUI while he was on base, which is hard to do. Because they be watching you all the time. Or maybe he's coming off base, then it's pretty easy to do. But he's had a slow. This is a New Orleans guy. He's had a slow, steady, like downward spiral. He used to work at Accenture and Deloitte.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah. So he went to the military. He was like a military success story. He goes to the military, gets educated, works as a consultant. Then he gets married twice. He's got to pay alimony out of his nice consultant checks, and that's it. Joins ISIS. Boom.
I hate women.
I hate women.
Join
so I'm
ISIS.
gonna join. Who hates women the most in the world?
ISIS.
ISIS and American conservatives. Mostly ISIS though. And he did this horrible thing, which is like completely nonsensical, but it's just a spectacle to unalive himself.
Well, he had a shootout with the cops.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, because he plowed into the crowd and then he
Suicided by
and he
cop.
opened and he opened fire on these poor people in the crowd. And yeah, he's just a psycho. I don't really know what. There's nothing
message there.
No message other than,
It's just sad that happened on New Year's Day or New Year's Eve night.
Did they interview his ex-wives?
Probably. No, I mean I wouldn't comment if I were his ex-wife.
I would. I'd be like, that dude was crazy.
I had nothing to do.
I had nothing to do with it. Yeah, he was crazy. I know his family commented on it because his family's all Muslim. He was born Muslim, and they are pretty religious from what I could tell. But they were like, they had no inclination of him ever,
well,
being
they
quote
gotta
unquote
say that.
radicalized. But no, I mean it's like he went and he found it. Like he went and he joined ISIS because he found he was looking for that. He was looking to just that doesn't come to you. That doesn't exist. Like ISIS isn't at mosques and anywhere. Like you got to go to them. You got to find them.
I feel like if you order a flag, the government should come to your house.
Dude, you could AliExpress a flag of anything.
What's AliExpress?
Yeah.
Alibaba or whatever that is.
Yeah,
from China, straight from China. You get fentanyl, the government's not coming to find you.
Right.
Timu.
Not Timu. Timu?
If you got if you got an ISIS flag on Timu, it would tear apart before.
Bro, all this fentanyl comes from those websites, and the government does nothing about it. You could slip an ISIS flag in there.
Right. Well, R.I.P. to anyone affected by
Yeah. Shout out to New Orleans, and I hope that actually there's not much you could say as a
Yeah, I mean. That's gonna go on the Patreon. Things Nimesh should not have said. Let's do a segment on Patreon. Things I should not have said on Patreon. Patreon exclusive. All the lines that were edited out of
just in a row. People on Patreon are like, "What is this?
It's like, why does the screen keep going?
Why am I
blurry?
supporting this?" I like that. By the way, going back to Luigi, just on Luigi Watch. This is a segment I've just created.
Luigi Watch. Bum.
Yeah, what's up with
someone
him?
on Reddit did the math that since Luigi got arrested for one guy, United Healthcare has denied 6,000 people for claims that they could have for life-saving things that they denied. So just in the time between Luigi shot the guy and now, United Healthcare has.
Well, we can't trust Reddit. We saw how they are with the freaking dad jokes.
That's true. But I'm sure that number sounds plausible to me. Maybe we'll get a real number
there
on
are
that.
a lot of people with United Healthcare insurance. Again, that's what I was saying. It's the Luigi tax.
Yeah.
Nothing good happens of someone getting killed like that. You know what I mean? Like the people in power are still in power. They're gonna take revenge one way or the other.
Yeah, they do take revenge. They just come harder at you.
Right.
I don't know what the fix is, guys. What do we do?
This is a rough start to 2025.
Pretty rough. The hopelessness.
It's bleak. Things are looking bleak out there.
I do think President Logan Paul will fix this. I do think that.
I'm optimistic about Jake and Logan.
Yeah, I think that it'll be fine, right?
No. Everything, it's all bad out there, man.
What's positive?
As Kevin Barnett used to say, every day is a nightmare.
The way he would say that would be so nonchalant.
Yeah.
Man, are you okay?
It'd be like the way you read your lines. Every day is a nightmare, man.
Except I'm not in showbiz. This is as showbiz
But
that
he
I
meant
get.
it. He meant it. He meant it. All right. How to claim your $20 million from Apple's $95 $20 from Apple's $95 million Siri privacy settlement.
Yep.
Everybody gets a half a McDonald's Big Mac.
For each device.
You might be eligible to get $20 per Apple device, up to $100 per household, because Siri allegedly listened more than she should have. Can't you just ask her to get the $20 for you?
Dude, I filled out one of these. You know, you get those. A lot of people get in the mail when you're part of a settlement. Like,
Yeah.
I filled out an AT&T one a while ago, and it took them like 3 years. And I remember the exact amount. I got $7.84.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And I was like, "What the hell, man?"
I
You
think
had
I
to
got
wait 5 years for
$6
this?
from like Equifax or something.
Yeah, well, that one of those leaks. I got that. I didn't even fill that one out because I was like,
I didn't fill out the
$7 I gotta
Jewel.
wait for.
I didn't fill out the Jewel one because I was just like, it's just too much. I was gonna get like $69 back, and I was
Oh, that's pretty good though.
Yeah.
it would have been.
That's
good.
a meal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good.
Well, this is up to $100. Everybody has more than one Apple device. I do at
I have
least.
2.
So
Yeah, I guess if you work with the products too.
yeah,
I think the liability should be more if they look at your work stuff.
they should just do it like the Apple Cash. You should just get a direct Apple Cash
Right.
because they have your username, ID, everything. I don't want to fill out anything
$95 million seems low
for
Well,
how
not
many
number of people.
device.
for the number of people that have Siri.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
definitely.
like user data is not very valuable. Like people think their data is valuable. It's not really.
Yeah, no one cares.
Nobody cares, and also like all these marketing, like all these companies already know what they need to know about you.
Right, they've been known.
So like, really that's also like it's kind of maybe it's going off topic, but like a lot of the reason why like these tech bros are panicking right now, and Zuckerberg they just put fake AI profiles on Facebook and Instagram, like fully made up people to try to like drive engagement, is because marketing data is like worthless. Or it's like kind of on a down because every like Burger King knows everything they need to know about.
Yeah, how much
About
more
you.
data do you need to have?
They don't really need much more. So like these tech bros are freaking out and they're trying to find ways to like honeypot advertisers.
But
with
how's
AI.
that going to help advertisers at all with the AI?
So the idea with Meta is like, well, the idea with Meta or Facebook is that they can create profiles to drive engagement. So like,
Hey, very funny.
yeah, like, there's some people who just engage with like brands.
Yeah.
And they want you to like engage someone, like make friends, like have it be social, but it's a fake person.
Yeah, but then that
It's like they're trying to make simps. They look at the simp structure of like guys who just follow OnlyFans models and message them and give them money. And they're trying to take a version of that for like the regular person. Of like,
But those
here's-
AI is not going to actually drive revenue though.
The AI is not there to drive revenue. The AI is there to get the normal person to be like, oh, look at this profile, and I want to engage with it and talk to this person. And,
What if
oh,
we-
they buy Tide? I would like to buy Tide.
What if we just stop buying shit? What if we just picked like 3 things that we need in every category, and that's the only stuff that we use forever? I like
Those are radical ideas.
I
man.
like I
Those
like
are radical ideas.
I like Colgate Total toothpaste.
You just Christmas.
You know,
What would be the point of Christmas?
it's just so dumb, man.
Yeah, but everything is like that's what people believe in conspiracies to a crazy level. When like the real conspiracies are boring and they're just this stuff.
It's this.
Yeah, like why would tech bros take such an interest in Trump all of a sudden? And it's like you just follow the money. Just follow the money. Like
Yeah.
why would Facebook do this horrible thing of making up fake people? And some of the profiles they made up are crazy. It's like a trans black woman.
Yeah.
Like they just make up these like weird, like based on what people wish their friends were. They
Mm-hmm.
make up that avatar,
Uh-huh.
and then they plant a friend in your life.
Hey, Zuck, could you give
Yeah,
me
there
like
it is.
2 million followers?
Well, the theory is that TikTok was doing this to drive engagement.
Uh-huh.
So if you were a regular person on TikTok themselves would have bots
Uh-huh.
follow you to make you feel like, oh, wow, people like my
Okay.
dances.
Yeah, I feel like there was a huge cleanse of TikTok a while ago.
Yeah.
And then it started coming back to like more real people are on it. I mean,
Yeah, because
like,
they had to drive, because it wasn't like TikTok didn't want you
Mhm.
as an entertainer. They wanted the average person to do their dances and feel seen.
right.
But yeah, that's the Facebook fake lady on the left. Crazy.
Meta removes AI character accounts after users criticism is creepy and unnecessary.
Oh, okay.
That's wild.
Oh, they had Snoop too?
That's Chris Paul.
These are old. These are from last year when they did.
Oh no, these
this
are
with the
famous people that
yeah,
are.
with the celebrities, which was something that I did not understand. What was the point behind that?
Well, I mean, you could make an AI Chris Paul to talk to every Spurs fan.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but they named it different things. Like
Chris
they-
Paul
it
would just
didn't-
be snarky.
Oh yeah, I mean, Chris Paul himself would be like, you're an idiot. You know nothing about basketball. But
Well, I did.
AI Chris Paul would be like, yeah. And then, do you like Nike shorts?
When I was at, so I got to go to the Knicks game on Christmas Day, and to watch Wemby. Shout out to the Knicks, and you know the Knicks gave us courtside seats, so we're feet on wood, and we're sitting next to the Spurs bench, and I'm telling my dad, like, I'm talking about Wemby, like, Dad, he's like 18 years old, and Chris Paul's like sitting right there, like knee to knee with my dad, basically, and Chris like, who's 18? I'm like, Wemby. He's like, man, he turns 21 next week. I was like, oh, my bad, dude. Sorry, you're old and mad. I was just incorrect, but that's the kind of snark that that's the kind of snark real Chris Paul would give to just a layman fan.
Yeah, I mean, real Chris Paul is known to be like that on the court too. Not very well liked by a lot of people. But
he's 39.
Yeah,
They don't give him enough flowers for being 39.
Yeah.
He's still nice.
so he just didn't win anything.
Yeah, but he's probably just hated for being an asshole.
That too. I mean, they froze out Isaiah Thomas for years. He was one of the best point guards of his generation, just for being a jerk. They put him on the dream team. They all Magic Johnson, Jordan, and Barkley. They hated him so much that he's like, they kind of like relegated him to the corner.
Yeah.
But Chris Paul's not that. I mean, he was a huge asshole.
Oh,
Can I say
Isaiah
that?
Thomas.
Yeah. I don't know.
What
It's
about-
like algorithm. It's in
about-
the back of my head.
What
now.
about Isaiah Thomas, the young one, the Celtics? What happened to him?
He played through an injury for the Celtics, and he ruined his career
Why?
because he's my height, and
He's been trying to come
he
back.
played through because he thought he was showing loyalty to the Celtics, and then they just dumped him, and his career never. He had a couple 10-day contracts. That was it.
Damn, that sucks. Cold-blooded.
If you're gonna be my height in the NBA, you need to be like all fast twitch muscle.
Right. He'd be Allen Iverson.
Yeah, just flying through the air like him and Nate Robinson, and Spud Webb is even 5'5", shorter than like a lot of Muggsy Bogues 5'3". Like they're just all fast twitch.
All right, let's do. Let's switch to the Patreon because I've got family coming over soon.
Let's do
Are
it.
we gonna end on that? We gotta end on.
What do we have to?
Do we have to end on anything?
Not really.
No, let's do a soft start into the year.
Yeah.
You know.
I want to give people positivity in 2025.
Do it.
Because a
Listen,
lot of you like to call me Negative Nancy, so this is for you. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I hate you. What's positive? You're Syrian. That's pretty positive. Okay.
LeBron turned 40.
LeBron turned 40, and he's showing people that age is nothing but a number, and if you
have millions of
spend
dollars,
$1.5 or $2 million on your body, you can live forever.
You can do that too.
Yeah. So that's going great for millionaires.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a billionaire,
Things are going great.
things are going great.
Mm-hmm. Congrats on you.
Yep. Congrats taking over America and turning us into oligarchy.
Mm-hmm.
It also doesn't seem like it'll end poorly because people unalive themselves and nothing changes. So
Right.
and then they unalive you and nothing changes. So all right.
It seems like there's an undertone of negativity to this.
No,
positive.
it's great. I mean, hey.
No, I mean negativity is in the ear of the beholder. You know?
Exactly, right? Like these are great things.
Yeah.
What else? I got nothing. What else is good? that's gonna happen
Starbucks
to-
continues its downfall.
Right.
So that's good. You know,
Get rid of bad coffee.
that's because of the whole Palestine thing.
Yeah.
What?
Starbucks and McDonald's decline.
Yeah.
Really?
100%.
No.
Yeah, 100%.
You said that 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Did I?
Boycotts,
Yes.
dude.
Okay, I will. Clearly, I was just. I don't think that's it.
No, that's it.
I like Starbucks dying in New York City because there are all these little coffee shops everywhere now that just do better stuff.
The Dunkin' Donuts on the corner of Atlantic and Flatbush got closed and replaced with Starbucks. Or Atlantic and 4th Avenue, rather.
I think McDonald's is failing because the Big Mac's like $17 now, or like the meals are.
They
mad
raised the
expensive.
prices to make
It's
up for
inflation.
all the losses from all the people.
It's not nobody cares about Palestine to a point where they boycott something.
No, they did. Enough people
Enough
ate
people
there.
Really?
Yeah. Enough brown people don't eat there anymore.
So that's a positive.
I guess voting with your wallet does work.
Mm-hmm.
So don't unalive yourself. Maybe just don't give Turo.
Turo's a great company,
Yeah.
man.
No, but this
Turo-
guy that
It lets you steal or
Yeah,
not
you
steal,
can-
but
you
rent
can-
cards and just blow them up.
That Turo's gonna have to add that. Are you gonna do anything bad?
Turo's gonna have to have like a Rorschach exam on the app before you do it. What
Exactly.
do you see here?
So we'll end with a shout out to Turo. We still believe in you as a company. We know you're not responsible.
We are looking for sponsors as well. So
Yeah, Turo.
Turo, not responsible for
Uh-huh.
heinous crimes against
Committed
Americans.
by people using their app. I've used Turo before. Rented some dream cars. 2003 Mercedes SL55 AMG.
Nice.
Sick, dude. Sick ass whip. So you can do that too on Turo if you sponsor us, please. We just use the same line read for the Elixir thing. Good. We never do that again. How sick is that?
Yeah, that's why podcasts make money, man.
As long as he is okay with it. I mean,
Yeah.
The dude.
I mean, he hasn't given me any updated copy.
Sure.
Yeah.
It works.
Then we'll just use that.
Let's use it.
Okay, let's switch to the Patreon real quick before my cousin comes over and I got to order food. And okay,
Cool.
thank you for listening, Gucci Turbanites. Stay tuned. We've got a lot of cool stuff ahead, hopefully.
And if you have something positive to say about 2025, put in the comments, and we will vet it thoroughly.
And give us some dad jokes because it's going to take me a while to find where I put these old ones. Well, just, I don't care. I'll find some other ones. I'm sure the world is a beautiful place full of terrible dad jokes. I'll find some more. From
Patreon time?
Patreon time.
It's time to switch to the Patreon,
Cool.
where we will continue our unabashed assault of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu.